Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. In this video is to bring you a closer look at the Reese number 968C. This is a piece of door weather strip. Clear anodized aluminum nylon brush weather stripping is what this is. The first thing you're always, at least I always notice with Reese, is the density of the bristle. You really can't see very well on the camera, but when you grab that bristle, it feels like it's thick and dense. Not the individual bristles, but the quantity of them gives you the absolute impression that this material is heavy duty. Every single time. Every single time. This is an angle style brush, as you can see. Now, let's go over it. Okay, so the Reese 968, it's an angle style weather strip. Where are you going to use that? Well, very primarily, you will see this installed on the jambs and the header of an overhead door, or maybe a roll-up door. This angle, when applied to the face of the jamb, will make contact with the face of the door and giving you a seal. And if you study residential overhead garage door construction, you're going to see the same concept, except that it'll be, some sort of textured aluminum painted to match the jambs with a vinyl strip, but it'll be on an angle. That's the important part. You can even install this down to the bottom of the door as well. The same sort of concept when it comes to angle bristle or angle weather stripping, not only bristle, is on man doors as well, just typical swinging single acting doors. So very typical to see this material, because what's nice is when the door closes, it makes contact to the face of that bristle. You don't have anything coming straight on like this, so there's a bit more forgiveness. Where you'll use bristle, and probably not something like this being so large, is when you literally have a bow in a door, or you have a frame that's not plumb and a jamb is kicked out, so it literally causes the door to flare out and away. And down at the bottom, you don't have any margin between the face of the door and the face of the stop, but up at the top, the jamb is straight, but the door literally flares away, so you need a longer bristle to be able to contend with that. Something of this size is probably going to be seen though on your overhead door installations, and this 934, something much smaller, you'll see that on a man door installation. Okay, now let's go over the dimensional properties of this item. It is 2 3/16 overall height. That appears to be correct. It's going to have a total projection of about 1.5 inches. Very thick, dense bristle. Incredibly dense. There is a link below this video to the product brochure, which will allow you to see the 968 in comparison to its sister bristle products. It also, so if you're rooting around for different sizes, that would be the document to review. You can take that part number and then populate it back into the site and continue on your search. But it'll show you the different finishes available as well. The C means clear anodized aluminum, D for dark bronze, and G for gold. It's all anodized over aluminum base material. Clear, very nice finish. Now this is obviously just a short sample. This is a 6-inch sample piece, but if it was the genuine article, there'd be a slotted hole about 3-4 inches from the end, and then every so many inch. Generally, you've got one more hole than you do in the quantity of feet. So a 3-foot length would have 4 holes. Four holes generally. Screws would be provided, and they'd be slotted holes so that you could tailor exactly where this is going to be installed given the circumstances that you're dealing with. Again, a jamb that's got a frame that's got a jamb kicked out or twisted, something of that nature. Overhead doors, obviously, to tailor the exact positioning of everything where you want it to be. In addition to that, accounting for a misdrilled hole, like a hole that's been drilled and the drill bit has maybe walked a little bit before it pierces into the steel or aluminum, wood, stainless, fiberglass, bronze, whatever you're drilling into, if you've not used a center punch. So the slotted hole helps salvage a misdrilled hole as well. Now, if you have need for a custom length, and lengths on the website are everywhere from 2 foot to about 8 foot in length. If you have need for a custom length, by all means let us know by ordering the next longest piece or pieces and simply indicate in the comment field the net length that you'd like for us to ship it back to. The reasoning is multifold. First of all, we'll give you that first slotted hole at the proper distance from the edge, proper center to center, and quantity as well. What you're not necessarily aware of, and I really can't slide it out because it's been crimped over, you've got 3 different types of material here: aluminum, steel, and bristle. That's a steel retainer that's holding all that crimped over bristle. You sure don't want to cut that through your chop saw. You'll want to slide this material out. You'll want to cut that with aviation snips and then put it back in. It's likely you're going to need to trim the material in the field, so be mindful that there is steel that's in there. Okay. You might also request, if you know you're going to trim it, which you probably will, for us to have it shipped loose. Ship the holder separate from the bristle, because you will need to ultimately drive this out, because when they cut that steel with the heavy-duty snips that they have, it pinches it down, and when they push it into the aluminum extrusion, it sets in there pretty tight, and you want that because you don't want the bristle to creep out at all. And even after a complete installation, you'd probably want to get in there and just crimp that over to prevent this material from moving, etc. Finally, there's a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up not only all of the Reese products that we sell, but a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the full product catalog. If you have any questions on the Reese, they're part number 968C, angle bristle style weather strip, or any other Reese product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you very much.